The day Messi showed Cristiano Ronaldo and the whole world who's boss was a historic day in soccer, with Messi scoring a clutch goal in the last play of the game. This legendary match happened on April 23, 2017, during a hyped-up El Clasico between Barcelona and Real Madrid at the packed Santiago Bernabeu. At that time, both teams were desperate for a win, because they were neck and neck in the race for the top spot in the Spanish league standings. Real Madrid, with Cristiano Ronaldo at the helm, had a squad full of heavy hitters like Modric, Benzema, Toni Kroos, Gareth Bale, Sergio Ramos, and the crew. Barca, with Lionel Messi leading, was down Neymar for the game, but still had some solid players to back him up like Suarez, Iniesta, Busquets, and Piqué. It was like a battlefield, with the two top teams in the world going at it, plus an epic showdown between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. The game kicked off intense. Real Madrid launched an attack with a dope long pass from Sergio Ramos to Carvajal, who flicked it to Cristiano Ronaldo inside the box to finish, but he ended up hitting the deck after getting blocked by an opponent's defender. Even though he hit the turf in the box and was hollering for a penalty, the ref wasn't having it and let the game play on. At the start of the game, Real Madrid was leading the charge with some dangerous offensive plays. Like, at the 5-minute mark during a real counter, Benzema dropped a sick pass to Cristiano Ronaldo, who booked it to the ball with his speed. CR7 then whipped out his slick skills to cut inside and make room for a shot, but the Barca goalie was on point and pulled off a solid save. Then, 10 minutes in, it was Barcelona's turn to clap back, and that's exactly what went down when Messi linked up with Jordi Alba, who whipped it to Luis Suarez for the finish. But the shot just went wide. Even though Messi hadn't flexed his skills yet, the defense on him was tight. The opponents knew slipping up could mean a goal. Cause duh, he's Lionel Messi. 16 minutes into the game, the Argentine ace gets the ball midfield and tries to solo it, sprinting towards the enemy goal and dusting several defenders. Getting near the box, he passes to Rakitic, but the pass is just too hot to handle. A few minutes tick by, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo's time to shine. 19 minutes in, Marcelo feeds CR7 on the left flank, and he, without a second thought, takes on the defenders and creates space to unleash a powerful shot. But once again, the Barca keeper steps up with a save. Right after this play, Messi gets banged up in a clash with Marcelo, and the cams catch him catching an elbow and rocking a bloody face. After getting patched up, the Argentine superstar jumps back into the game. Before you keep watching the vid, hit that subscribe button, please! At the 23-minute mark, Real makes a move with Marcelo, who once again links up with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo takes control and fires at the goal, but this time he totally flubs it, sending the ball way off target. 4 minutes roll by, and Real gets a corner kick, which Barca's keeper manages to knock away. The ball ends up at Marcelo's feet, who whips across back into the mix. Sergio Ramos, perfectly placed, flicks it on, setting up Casemiro to nail Real Madrid's first goal. At that moment, Messi's frustration was palpable. Not only was his face banged up, but his team was trailing behind their arch rival. He knew he had to unleash his magic on the field or things could go south real fast. And that's exactly what he did at the 32-minute mark. Messi spearheaded an attack, playing off his teammates to get the ball back in the box, breeze past 3 Real defenders, and slot one in, evening the score with his first goal of the game. At that moment, Messi just proved what everyone already knew. The man's a straight-up football wizard. Then, at the 40-minute mark, Barca sets off another attack with the Argentine maestro, who dishes it to Suarez. But Suarez gets blocked by a defender, and the ball ricochets back to Messi, who tries for another shot, but it goes wide. 2 minutes later, Messi sparks another drive down the flank, passing ahead to Suarez, who crosses to Jordi Alba for the finish, but the ball just misses. Right at the 45-minute mark, Barca kicks off a counter with Messi going solo through the middle, but he gets stopped by a foul from Casemiro. Barca keeps up the pressure, and in the last play of the first half, they earn a corner kick, with Messi getting the ball but unfortunately sending it wide. Even though the first half ended in a 1-1 tie, it felt like Messi was totally game hungry and could have scored another, something he wouldn't want to miss out on moving forward. The second half starts, and Real Madrid hits the ground running, super determined to snag the win. A minute and a half into the second half, Casemiro snags a pass from Messi, and Real launches a counter with Cristiano Ronaldo down the middle, throwing up his hands calling for the pass. Then, Benzema gets the ball and tries to cross it to CR7, but Piqué steps up, blocks the pass, and keeps Ronaldo from getting the ball. Real keeps on the attack, and Marcelo passes to Toni Kroos, who decides to take a shot from outside the box. But Barca's goalie pulls off a sick save to keep it out. 8 minutes into the second half, Real tries another attack with Marcelo crossing to Benzema for a header. But once again, Barca's goalie, Ter Stegen, comes through with a solid save. Now it was Messi's turn to light up the game. Around 10 minutes into the second half, Barca makes a move with Messi getting the ball and drawing a foul. Even though the foul wasn't near the box, it still looked like trouble for Real because Lionel Messi was stepping up to take the shot. But the dude put way too much power into it and the ball flew out. A couple minutes later, Barca tries again with Messi sending a forward pass to Suarez, but he messes up the control and the opposing goalie snags the ball. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo's time to shine. 20 minutes into the second half, during a Real attack, midfielder Marco Asensio gets the ball on the right side and whips it across to Cristiano Ronaldo, who tries a bicycle kick but sadly fluffs it. If he had nailed that, it would have been fire, but it just wasn't to be. Less than 2 minutes later, Real pushes forward again with Marco Asensio on the right, passing to CR7, who misses the mark with his shot again. Seems like luck wasn't on his side that day, and while Ronaldo's Real was struggling to finish, Messi's Barca was looking way sharper. This all goes down 27 minutes into the second half, when the Argentine legend gets the ball in the opponent's box, but gets cut off by the defender. But then, the ball finds its way to midfielder Ivan Rakitic, who controls it smoothly, fakes a shot to juke the first defender, and then blasts one from outside the box. A screamer! With Barcelona taking the lead, it was Cristiano Ronaldo's Real Madrid's turn to hustle for a comeback. Shortly after, at the 29-minute mark of the second half, Real goes on the offensive with a cross from Marcelo. Benzema sets it up for CR7 to strike, but once again, the opposing goalie pulls off a save. 2 minutes pass, and after Real loses the ball, Messi ends up with it and starts a counter. Sergio Ramos decides to slide tackle the Argentine to stop the play. Shockingly, he might have gone too hard on the tackle, and the ref saw it as a major foul, slapping him with a red card. Down a player and the score against them, Cristiano Ronaldo's Real was in a tight spot. It almost got worse when midfielder Andre Gomez got the ball on the left side and crossed it to Piqué, who was in prime position, narrowly missing to extend Barca's lead. Then, at the 35-minute mark of the second half, Real tries to make a move with CR7 getting a long pass but failing to finish effectively. Right after, Barca counters with Messi kicking off a solo play and getting stopped by a slide tackle. But this time, it was only met with a yellow card. Messi, unfazed by the fouls, at the 37-minute mark, kicks off another solo play with all his skill and speed, creating room to shoot, but the opposing goalie saves it. Real Madrid was in dire need of a comeback. This moment came around the 40-minute mark of the second half when Marcelo gets the ball on the left side and whips it across to the box, where James Rodriguez, fresh into the game, pops up to slot it home and level the game again. The Santiago Bernabeu erupted into madness, with Real Madrid's fans going wild, stoked that their team pulled off a draw against their arch-rivals towards the end of the game. That draw seemed to pump up Real's squad, who in less than a minute snatched the ball and launched a new counter. Cristiano Ronaldo gets it in the box, but instead of shooting, opts to pass to James Rodriguez, who tries a shot, but the goalie saves it. Then, at the 43-minute mark of the second half, Real gears up for another counter, with Cristiano Ronaldo getting the ball on the right side and passing again to James Rodriguez, who crosses to Marcelo for the finish. But the Barca goalie intercepts the ball. In less than a minute after, Real Madrid dashes into another counter, with Marco Asensio catching a long pass, duking it out with Piqué's defense, and making room for a shot. The rebound comes back to Marco Asensio, who this time attempts a cross to Cristiano Ronaldo, but he squanders another chance. At that moment, it seemed more likely that Cristiano Ronaldo's Real Madrid would score than Messi's Barcelona. But anyone thinking that forgot that the Argentine ace is a true field genius, and with him around, anything was possible. And that's exactly what went down in the game's added time, when Barcelona launched a counter with Messi zooming through midfield with all his agility, passing to his teammates and getting the ball back inside the box. And unlike CR7, he didn't miss his shot and scored the winning goal against his biggest rival right in Santiago Bernabeu, silencing all the opposing fans. The reaction from Cristiano Ronaldo and the whole Real Madrid squad was pure frustration, not believing what had just happened. Messi's celebration was iconic. He took off his jersey and showed it off to his fans. A moment that made history, showing the world who's the best. And if you dug seeing Messi's stellar performance, you're gonna love the day Neymar went up against Ronaldinho and tried to show him up, but ended up getting schooled himself. Curious? Then click on the video popping up on your screen and check out the day Ronaldinho showed who's the real king of dribbling.